Having recognized the importance and the vital role that the healthcare sector plays in human capital development, the Bank of Industry set up the Healthcare and Petrochemical Group to cater for all the players in the healthcare value chain. The bank has, through its healthcare and petrochemical desk so far, disbursed over 70 billion to hospitals, pharmaceutical companies, diagnostic centers, personal care manufacturing companies, and many more in the medical value chain. If you recall on this program, in the last few weeks, we have been showcasing some beneficiaries of BOI's healthcare intervention, namely Reddington and Lagoon hospitals based in Lagos State. This week, the BOI Impact crew traveled to Abuja, the Federal Capital Territory, where we visited Nisa Premier Hospital Limited, a beneficiary of BOI's loan. The hospital has branches in Abuja and Kaduna State. The hospital is said to be one of the prestigious hospitals in the country, with a focus on obstetrics, gynecology, specializing in fertility services and pediatrics. According to its management, the hospital in 1998 became the first in Nigeria to produce a test tube baby via in vitro fertilization, IVF. They currently offer direct and indirect employment to over 1,039 staff. If you ask me, I would say that's a lot of jobs created. They also have plans to increase this number, and the Bank of Industry is hand-holding them to achieve this feat and many more. Welcome to this inspiring BOI Impact. I am Hadiza Olaoshibko. Do stay tuned.
My gynecology career spans both here in Nigeria and the United Kingdom, where I learned a lot about the infertility and in vitro fertilization. And in 1998, here in Nigeria, I was fortunate to be associated with the breakthrough birth of Anatu, who is 21 now, and is a medical student, which is really the call to preeminence of that achievement. And apart from public sector work, I've also led the Nisa Premier team on so many achievements. For example, the very first twins recorded in IVF or in vitro fertilization in Nigeria in 1999, the very first frozen embryo child born in 2001, and thousands and thousands of IVF babies have been born. We've also trained a lot of Nigerians who are independent of Nisa Premier now, and they are really making progress, so it makes me happy. We've given birth to a private hospital in this country that started very, very small and has over the years expanded in a well-structured way, taking care of women, taking care of children, giving the best possible care newborns can have, and developing theaters and emergency care to, critically ill people. That gives me the comfort. We've expanded beyond the original women and children concept into what is a specialist hospital now. And what makes me very happy is that with the support of the Bank of Industry and the Central Bank of Nigeria too, for that matter, we are able to boldly look at our future, which is a JCI accreditable hospital that partners effectively with the teaming good expertise of Nigerians outside this country, in the US, in the UK, in Canada, in Germany, many places. We have our experts scattered. This super specialty hospital coming out in the Tama with the help of the Bank of Industry will satisfy the kind of environment all these Nigerian experts will need to come and help them. We will be making a significant contribution to offering our people the kind of care they're going to get abroad, hoping that many may stay at home. So I think from the medical point of view, that's a huge amount of the contributions that we've been able to make. It's not about me, it's about a very strong team of committed individuals, both at home and coming from the diaspora to help. You heard about the kidney transplantation that was done recently. You've heard about breakthroughs. Another key breakthrough is that soon to be born is a child, if you like, made in Nigeria, free from sickle cell anemia, born to parents who are carriers of the gene, through an embryo selection process, homegrown, for the very first time in our country's history, homegrown, done here on our soil, with the ability to select the genotype that couples who are carriers of sickle cell anemia can have sickle cell-free babies and have hope like the rest of us. So there's so much that Nisa has done for this country, and I'm so proud to be the leader of this team.
He added that the Bank of Industry had been a major source of financing for healthcare providers in the country.
To be honest with you, I'm very fond of BOI. I think that Nigeria, for a good measure, has put men and women together in that Bank of Industry who are knowledgeable, sensitive to the real sector of the Nigerian economy, and focused, helpful. Most importantly, they deliver on their promises without undue waste of time. What's my relationship with them? They bought into the ideals of the project at hand. That is the 150-bed new hospital in Maitama that is world-class, is designed by the best standards in the world by a team of both Nigerian and Indian architects. And to be honest with you, will make a significant contribution to offering alternative to overseas health tourism. It's been a wonderful relationship, a good engagement that I hope to continue to develop and will blossom as an example for other healthcare institutions around this area to lean on what the efficiency of BOI is. I'm very proud to be associated with them. To be honest, our relationship is more of confidence building. They've made us strong to approach our future with conviction, not with helplessness. They are very helpful. The main project that has linked us with BOI is our legacy project in Maitama, and in all honesty, our staff are enthused that the journey to that qualitative environment is a reality. So the management team, the staff who are aware of what is going on, can only now feel better that there's a huge support that has come from BOI.
Dr. Ibrahim Wada spoke further on the vision and mission of the hospital.
The vision has been that we want to be a standard bearer in Africa, not just Nigeria. Why can't we, when we are so many, almost 200 million people, why can't we, when we are noted to be the first economy of Africa, why should it be that we will send people to Egypt or to South Africa or other places? In the heart of Abuja, we are able to achieve this project with BOI Health. It gives confidence all around the north and the central part of Nigeria in particular, and a lot is happening with BOI in Lagos as well. So if there is any way that Nigeria will move forward, mark my words, it is by Nigerians, and BOI is focusing on that path. When we deliver this project by the grace of God in a year or 2 years' time, it will be a symbol of hope, a legacy from our own work from the very small beginnings, but a symbol of hope to our colleagues who are in practice, that they too can even do better. So it is my hope that we will continue to engage with BOI to deliver on this dream, because like I said, if we don't do it, nobody will do it for Nigeria. It's true.
Dr. Ibrahim Wada also spoke about the challenges and opportunities in the nation's healthcare sector.
Everywhere in the world, healthcare is still improving. Even in America, they are not stuck yet. The key to world-class healthcare in Nigeria is for Nigerian local resources to continue to engage our diaspora resources. Nigeria can, Africa can, is based on that. Nigeria alone cannot do it. We don't have enough personnel to start with. nor the level of expertise that our country needs to keep everybody at home. But we have such expertise abroad, and so anyone who can create a good environment and a good system that makes those energies abroad flow into our country, combined with local energies to create, honestly, it would be a very fast lane to solving the problem of, I don't want to say health tourism in that sense, to giving our people a great option. Health tourism to me is how many people are coming to Nigeria to receive health care too. It's important because we shouldn't close our eyes. Don't go abroad, don't go abroad. That is not the real thing. Create conditions in your country that makes other people come and pursue health care with you. It balances out. Why? Up to this minute, more Americans go out for medical care from America than Nigeria or any of these other countries. So it's not a matter of closing the door. It's a matter of developing institutions in your own country that others read. Let Americans come. Let the people from England come, or from anywhere in the world. Why not? What we are doing is to satisfy the home market and appeal to the foreign market. Let them come and get the best care in Nigeria. After all, 200 million people should be able to do something that the world will notice. My advice is from the public sector angle that marrying the private sector and the public sector in terms of public-private partnerships is one of the ways to drive efficiency, growth, and achievement in the health sector. The other way is also to strengthen the private sector, because a lot of the places that our people are running to outside the country, they are private sector driven places. So we might as well strengthen home private sector. And what's my word? Let the people read the story of how we started and the vision and principles that have kept us going. Let the people see honesty and sincerity of purpose and be able to improve upon what we've laid down. Our motto in the healthcare industry is Nigeria can, Africa can. And I think with BOI behind pushing healthcare givers, Nigeria can, Africa can. Big reality.
Welcome back. From the interview with Dr. Ibrahim Wada, OON, who is a founder, CEO, consultant, obstetrics, and gynecologist, it is no gainsaying that the Bank of Industry recognized the potentials of this critical sector that is significantly impacting on the general well-being of Nigerians, generating employment, contributing to the country's GDP, and reducing the outflow of foreign exchange through medical tourism. Up next is the interview with other Nisa staff and the MD of the Bank of Industry, Mr. Olukaide Pito. Do stay tuned.
The Cardiology department at Nisa Hospital is equipped with state-of-the-art machines. With this 1.5 Tesla MRI, we are able to generate high-resolution image for diagnosis of patient condition. The machine has several coils with which we examine different regions of the body. We have a head coil, a body coil, and a joint coil.
In the IVF laboratory of Nisa Premier Hospital, the extracted eggs from the woman is mixed with her husband's sperm to achieve fertilization. Embryos are generated for possible embryo transfer into the woman's uterus for conception. In a situation where you have excess embryos, it can be cryopreserved for as long as 50 years. In Nisa Premier Hospital, we guarantee the first 25 years of cryopreservation. It is also possible that the eggs extracted from the woman can be cryopreserved for future use in order to generate embryos. The man can also preserve his sperm for future use, as the case may be. Where embryos are generated and the couple are interested in checking the health status of the embryo, the embryos undergo a procedure we call biopsies, where the cells are removed so that you can check for the normalcy of the embryo, and they are guaranteed that they will have a healthy baby. In a situation where there are diseases like sickle cell anemia, the same embryo you can extract cells from it and take it to the genetic lab for genetic diagnosis.
So this is the analysis room. And in the analysis room now, you can see different setup of the equipment here. You can see the next generation sequencer here. This is the latest of the scan in the world. It's quite sensitive to the DNA analysis. There have been several steps of analyzing DNA, but it has now come to the recent technology where we use the MySeq, that is like the NGS, the next generation sequencer from Illumina. And we also have the smaller one of it, which is the iSeq. If you have large volume of DNA or cells to be analyzed, this can carry out. You can analyze up to 24 cell samples at a time. This can do just like you have the bigger generator and the smaller generator. This can do small samples, and this can do the big samples. And over here, you have the genetic analyzer, the applied bioscience high-tech equipment. This is for the screening of the sickle cell anemia. When cells are extracted from embryos that is generated by couple, the cells are prepared in the lab where I showed you, and it is run over here. It has capillary tubes where it now analyzes and tells you if the embryo is affected or not.
As IVF nurses, our roles are diverse. We educate our patients, we counsel them, we administer injections, we are actively involved in folliculometry. We also act as a bridge between the patients and the clinicians. We are actively involved in follow-up of our patients pre, intra, and post-treatment.
My work is to do dialysis for patients and ensure they have adequate dialysis. The major function of dialysis is to do the work that the native kidney cannot do. It works just like how the normal kidney works. Here is this machine. This is the monitor. The screen you're seeing is the monitor. It's just like the brain of the person. As I said earlier, this is the kidney. Why this is the body, the entire body of the person. But this is a model. So now, an average kidney, the normal human kidney, has an artery and a vein. The work of the artery in the normal human kidney is to pull out blood, while the work of the vein is to return back the blood. So this monitor is where we control whatever is happening. It's just like the brain. The brain will say, okay, the kidney needs blood. You send, the heart will now pump the blood to the kidney. That's what this machine does. Once we regulate the machine, we set the machine. Maybe the kidney needs 250 ml of blood per hour. This machine already knows that. Then it will pull 250 ml of blood into the kidney for purification. That's how this machine works.
If you're talking of health sector in particular, there are many good doctors. They want to become entrepreneurs, but many of them don't have the security, So we have to create, some kind of products that can allow them to borrow. Because if you are to just say you want to be too strict, in terms of what you are asking for, it will exclude most of the medical centers we have in Nigeria. The big ones who are established over the years can afford to come with security and collateral, but the other ones, and we're also supporting them, people that have a clinic, they have 15 beds, 20 beds, those also are getting support from us, and there are quite a few of those also that we are supporting.
In 2017, Nisa Hospital emerged winner of the 2017 African Entrepreneurs Merit Award for Excellence in Quality Medical Services. Also in 2016, the hospital won African Achievers Award for the Healthcare Organization of the Year. Well, what more can I say? Nigeria is a blessed country indeed. The federal government and the Bank of Industry are working towards ensuring that all Nigerians have access to affordable and quality healthcare services. Why not take time out today to visit Nisa Hospital to experience their high-quality services? They operate 24-hour service. You can opt for their online consultation program, which connects you to specialists from the comfort of your home without the time and expense of traveling. All these services are pocket-friendly, so no excuses. Till we come your way again next week, do stay healthy and be enterprising. I am Hadiza Olawashibikon. Thanks for staying with us on today's BOI Impact. Bye for now.